When to start? When to start?
Now.
Ah, now. Okay. So we continue reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, Chapter 4, The Confidential Reasons for the Appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Text 214. Among the gopis, Srimati Radhika is the foremost. She surpasses all in beauty. She surpasses all in beauty, in good qualities, in good fortune, and above all, in love. Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Just as Radha is dear to Lord Krishna, so her bathing place, Radhakunda, is dear to him. She alone is his most beloved of all gopis. O Partha, that's a quotation. O Partha, in all the three planetary systems, this earth is especially fortunate, for on earth is the town of Vrindavan. And there the gopis are especially glorious because among them is my Srimati Radharani. All the other gopis help increase the joy of Krishna's pastimes with Radharani. The gopis act as instruments of their mutual enjoyment. So we know that the supreme moiety, as Srila Saraswati Thakur said, the supreme pair, him and her, they are all in all, and everything else is created by her in this the supreme couple. So everything is created by her, the supreme feminine principle, just to increase his enjoyment. So she produces, she emanates from her nature, from herself, she emanates different qualities, multiple qualities. So she has multiple qualities, and each and every quality has a separate personality, holds separate personality. Like her bad dream, we know her name, that person of her bad dream, or her the quality of her active position, and we know the quality of her active position. This is Lalita Devi. She is always chanchala. She is always moving here and there, trying to make the pleasure of the supreme couple more comfortable, and so on. So Sri Radha, she has many qualities, and each and every quality stands for separate personality. And as we know that in our Japa Mala we have 108 beats which represent the quality or personality of Srimati Radharani. They are different, she friends of her, but they are emanations, manifestations of her qualities. So she expands into many personalities, and these personalities expand themselves also in other personalities. So in this way, whole being, the whole existence is created, including so-called material existence. We know that there is an eternal, unperishable existence, which we call spiritual world, and there is a small section within it that appears and disappears periodically, and we call it material world. The section of entire existence that attracts particles of consciousness by certain qualities, attracts and make them act to exploit things. Okay, so everything, including created and destroyable part of existence and eternal existence, is manifestation of Sri Radha. So Radha is the beloved consort of Krishna, and she is the wealth of his life. Without her, the gopis cannot give him pleasure. Of course, because they don't exist without her. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, left aside the other gopis during the rasa dance and took Srimati Radharani to his heart, for she is the helper of the Lord in realizing the essence of his desires. So this is the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, I believe chapter 33, when the gopis surrounding Krishna, they felt kind of arrogance, thinking that Krishna belonged to each and every one of them individually. So Krishna, to reduce their ego, to reduce their self-aggrandizement, disappeared from their party and secluded himself with someone, with one of the gopis, and in Srimad Bhagavatam, her name is not pronounced. So our acharyas, they explain us that though her name is not pronounced, not mentioned, we know her, and this is Sri Radha. So he left other gopis to be along with her, and they started following his footsteps, trying to find him. So getting more and more crazy, imitating his pastimes, imitating different animals in forest of Vrindavan. So like going crazy without him. It's like in the middle of the date, you just leave your your girlfriend, she, she becomes crazy. So this is what happened with Krishna and the Bharati. Anyway, and actually later he explained them that he never left them, but they lost the vision of him because of their ego, of their selfishness, because they thought, oh, Krishna is mine, now he belongs to me. So just to smash that mentality that Krishna belongs to anyone, he made himself invisible. Actually, they lost the vision of him, not because of him, but because of their attitude, their mentality. And later, when after passing through this stage of desperation is it's almost death. The state of desperation and the death is almost the same. So after going through that desperation, that death, what Sridhar Maharaj called, quoting Hegel, the German philosopher Hegel, die to live. So going through that stage of dying, they resurrected again. They resurrected. They, like going through fire, they lost their selfish mentality. They cleaned themselves from that ego. And after that, they could see him again. And he explained, I never left you. You lost the vision of myself. But I was there always with you. This is what he explains Arjuna in Chatur Shloka in Bhagavad Gita, verse 10, chapter 10, verse, I believe, 11. Krishna says that with the torch of knowledge I eliminate the ignorance in the hearts of my devotees. That ignorance is mentality, the thinking that Krishna belongs to them. So that ignorance blocks the vision of Krishna. And Krishna, with the torch of knowledge, with certain tricks, he reminds them that he is always free. He is always chanchala. He is always vilasa. Vilasa means zigzag way. So if you're ready to follow him, not the straight line, but in zigzag way, then you never lose his figure, his form from your vision. That is the meaning. Any objections, maybe? Anyone wants to object Krishna conscious philosophy?
Maharaj, has a question. So maybe is that applicable to the Jiva soul, that we cannot see Krishna because we have ego?
Yes. You know, in philosophy, there is such a term as structure. In philosophical way, structure, it's a mechanism in our consciousness that defines that defines the way we perceive the world, the reality. So, for example, if but the structure we cannot see, we cannot perceive the structure. Through structure, we register the world, but the structure itself we cannot register. So the example is, if we take the glasses, the pink glasses, and suddenly everything we perceive is pink color, is in pink color, but the pinkness of glasses we cannot see. We see everything else, but that pink glasses we cannot see. So these glasses called in philosophy, it's called structure. Or let's say we make lines in our eyes, like triangle lines, and then little scratches in our eyes, a triangle form, and then everything we see has triangles, but we don't see triangles in our eyes, but we see everything else. Yes. So Jiva soul has that structure, which is in Sanskrit language, which is called Maya. Maya means counting. So Jiva soul, though totally free, puts structure around himself. And that structure is counting, or Maya. And we perceive the reality, which is Krishna, through the structure of counting or selfishness. So that structure is, I want to possess, I want to lord it over. So I gave the example of pink color or triangles, but applying to Jiva soul, the structure is counting. We count everything. We cannot hear sound unless it has highness, unless it's low or high. We cannot see an object unless it has some color. If a visible object has no color, you cannot see. So the color determines whether I perceive the object or not. So this is called structure. We put that structure on ourselves, and this structure is converted into sound, smell, color, taste, and surface. And without that surface sound, we cannot perceive Krishna. But Krishna is beyond color. Krishna is beyond sound. Krishna is beyond smell. But because we put that structure, that Maya, we see everything like triangles, like color, smell, sound. And once we get rid of this structure, that counting, this is mine or this is me, like I am the male, I am that age, I am that stupid or smart or whatever. I am British, I am Jewish, I am that, I am that. So this is the structure. We put this structure on us. We put the structure of ego or self-definition. And once we do that, we cannot perceive reality. Reality the beautiful. In philosophy, it's called structure. and that section of philosophy is called structuralism. Anyway, so any other objections? Anyone wants to rebuke the conception of Krishna consciousness? Or anyone wants to fight against Krishna consciousness? No, okay, that's all. Any other questions? Okay, let's proceed.
So all this structure is preventing us from seeing the reality, Krishna, the reality, isn't it?
Krishna is the only reality.
The only reality. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. So this structure, or which you've explained, is what's stopping us.
Stopping us from perceiving reality.
Yes, perceiving.
And we perceive the part of reality or section of reality.
Yes.
And that section is called material world.
Yes.
It's not geographical
Yes.
section. It's the state of mind inability perceiving reality.
Yes, I see, yeah.
So that structure, and the structure is selfishness.
Yes, and we get rid of, and we overcome that by by purifying ourselves with chanting and following the process.
Service, by serving,
And service, yes.
by service to the Lord and
Yes.
Guru, Krishna, Vaishnavas,
Yeah.
we take away
Yeah.
the structure from ourselves.
Yes,
We
I see.
take that glasses.
Yes. And it takes many lifetimes to.
It depends.
In my case,
It depends on our eagerness and
Yes.
Krishna's mercy.
Yes,
Both
Krishna's mercy.
both should meet my laulya, my desire,
Yeah.
and his willingness, his mercy.
Yes.
And actually that structure, she is feminine. She has name Maya. Her name is Mahamaya.
Yes.
In European philosophy we call it structure, but in Vedic philosophy they call it Maya. And Maya, she is a person.
Yes.
And unless she is confident that you really want to serve your master, she does not move away her spell.
And how can you prove that you're
You have no that ability.
No.
You can only persuade the guru,
Yes.
and then if you can cheat your guru, like being a sincere servant, then your guru or senior Vaishnava appeals to Krishna, saying, "Okay, you can remove some spell from that person."
Yes.
So they give us credit.
Yes.
Okay, you think you're sincere. Okay, we give you a chance. And they give us chance.
Yes.
And this is credit, and that credit is called I forgot that name. Sukriti. That credit you have, like there is a different banks, like Barclays or any other banks, and there is a bank which is called Bhakti Bank, and in that bank you open your account, and by performing different kinds of service, starting with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, and other. You top up your bank
Yes.
account, your bank
Yes.
assets.
Yes.
And once it reaches certain level, that Sukriti, then certain part of genuine reality opens. Not everything, but just opens. Like in Srimad Bhagavatam in the beginning it says, when the sun rises from behind the horizon, it doesn't show up immediately or right away. It shows up slowly, step by step. And in the beginning, you don't see the sun, though you can see objects, but you don't see the sun because it's behind the horizon.
Yes.
But still, some features of genuine reality appears.
Yes.
So this is like Maya removing that structure.
Yes. Yes.
We don't see the spiritual reality straight away.
So when
But-
the Sukriti builds up, then we begin to
Yeah,
gradually see.
like the more Sukriti you attain,
Yes.
the more reality opens
Mm.
to you. And after some time, you can perceive reality in color. So first, when sun rises, first you don't see the colors. It's black and white. You can see only silhouettes.
Mm.
But as the sun rises, you can see slowly colors.
Yeah.
And then you see the sun.
Yeah.
So it's like Krishna.
Yeah.
So now, in the beginning, we are in complete darkness. We don't see anything. And then the Guru lights the torch
With His mercy.
with his mercy, and he leads us to the sunrise, to the place of. So he leads us. Among the darkness, we see the light, and we follow him. And after sometimes we see silhouettes, then figures, colors, and then Krishna. But now we are in the stage of being in dark, in the dark. Okay, the Lord Chaitanya appeared with the sentiment of Radha. He preached the Dharma of this age, the chanting of the holy name and pure love of God. So, this is very important verse. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj says that the Lord Krishna descended on earth in form of Chaitanya with two missions. One is to give Dharma, or give the religion of the age, which is Kali Yuga, Kali age of fighting and wars and deception. So he brought the Dharma of this age, Kali Yuga, and anyone who takes to this process, he reaps the fruit of Dharma, which is liberation, or ceasing the circle of birth and death. So this is first mission, or general mission, like in other ages, like Satya Yuga or Dwapara and Treta. He also descends in different form, and he brings, along with him, he brings different religions, different dharmas, like meditation or temple worship or sacrifice, and performing and that different ages performing particular dharma, you also break up the circle of rebirth, samsara. And Lord Chaitanya also brought that dharma. But along with that, he brought very special, very particular gift, which is love of God. It's his second mission. It's his second gift. The general gift is liberation, and the specific gift is prema bhakti. So, but that he distributed in Purushottama Kshetra, in Jagannath Puri, when he actually entered the mood of Sri Radha. He could give that love that she has. He could give it to others because he couldn't contain it. He couldn't take it all. You know, she has so much love that even Krishna cannot devour it. So the surplus he distributes to others. And lucky are they who could receive that second gift of the Lord, that prema, which is, he never, even Krishna didn't distribute that gift, that love. Only Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu in mood of Sri Radha. So, any other objections? Anyone want to object? Maybe anyone stands for Mayavada philosophy or material philosophy?
When you say the Lord Chaitanya came to give liberation, how do you mean liberation?
When he traveled, traveled in south or wherever he traveled, he chanted Hare Krishna, and thousands, hundreds of thousands people followed him and chanted, being crazy. So he preached that dharma, yuga dharma. So he preached that.
But how is liberation? What is? I know Lord Chaitanya obviously came to give love of God, by following the yuga dharma. But how would when you say liberation, what do you mean?
I have to know that not general liberation with seizing your identity, with killing your identity, but there are 5 kinds of liberation, and there is sarupya, salokya, means you enter the Vaikuntha plane, where you can perform your service to the Lord. This is also liberation. Like Vaikuntha, this is the plane, this is the land of service, but this is the land of liberation as well. When we say liberation, we refer to Brahman liberation, but this is only one type of liberation. There are 4 other types of liberation where you don't lose your identity and you maintain the relations, you reciprocate, you maintain the relations with the Lord. This is liberation. But above Vaikuntha, above the kingdom of God, there is kingdom of love and beauty, and there is no liberation there. this is complete boundness, complete slavery. It's complete slavery. There is no liberation there. So Mahaprabhu brought that liberation, Vaikuntha liberation, and for those who had chosen him as Sri Radha, a manifestation of Radha, he gave that love, not liberation, but love and slavery in Puri. Not everyone who surrounded Mahaprabhu received that prema gift. He gave it to Rupa Sanatana, Ramananda, Mukunda. He gave it to them, Svarupa Damodar. And those who took them, these personalities, like Rupa Sanatana, those who took them as their guides, spiritual guides, they received prema. So we are followers of the followers of the followers of the followers of Rupa and Sanatana and Jiva and Raghunath and Svarupa Damodar, all our guides, spiritual guides in the life. So, anyone wants to leave Krishna consciousness?
Wants to
leave Krishna consciousness and return to material life? No?
Can you say? Oh, sorry, Maharaj. Can you repeat that, please?
Huh?
Can you what you said just now? What can you repeat?
Anyone wants to leave Krishna consciousness?
No, I don't. No,
and walk away and take to material.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, just for my reference, I just wanted to know if. Maybe anyone wants to find the shelter somewhere else?
No.
No, okay. So then we can close now. Close now. Not to overburden the minds of reverend devotees. Okay, so.
Right. Vaya Nama Krishna Jaya Vaya Namaha Krishna Jaya Vaya Namaha Jaya Vaya Mara Vaya Krishna Vaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Ram Srimati Sudan Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhaktaravina Shri Jiva Gopala Bhaktaravina Joy Gosai Kori Charana Vanda Kaha Hoite Vignana Kapishta Purana Joy Gosai Jaramuri Charada Tata Chalas Tatarena Tade Veshavana Sevi Bhakta Sanata Sripad Paramahamsa Bharati Ch.Ch. Sripad Bhakti Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Sripad Paramahamsa Bharati Ch.Ch. Sripad Bhakti Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Sripad Paramahamsa Bharati Ch.Ch. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Rupanuga Guruvaka Ki Jai. Namaskar Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Panadev Shukadev Jagannath Ki Jai. Go Premanandi Hari Hari Bo. Jai Bhakti Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai Hari Bo. Gora, Gora, Gora Hari.